Oh, hello. It is I, Chastity, and I am live on Instagram again, as I usually am this time of night. I actually got my school assignment done that was due Wednesday, actually. Well, the first part of it, the post that was due Wednesday. And I just barely did it. I leave a little bit late. I should still make it to work because I walk really fast. But more importantly than even that is there is a little bit of a conflict going on. Now, my Instagram followers, you will notice that about an hour ago or so, I posted the image of the progress flag, and in the description was a big old text thing I wrote. I wrote it actually a few days ago. And I had already actually sent it to all the board members of the Rainbow Pro-Life Alliance. I don't know if I heard anything back because I've been too busy to check. I've been working full time. I've been doing online school and not getting sleep. So I haven't had time to check all the messages. So I don't know if I had permission to post it or not, but I shouldn't need permission because I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And I really hope that Anna listens to this. I hope you either join live or listen to this. Because I have some things to say. Because we got problems at home, guys. We have problems in the Rainbow Pro-Life Alliance. And the problem that we have is not even about Israel or Palestine, which my post referenced. That's not our problem. Our real problem is that there are some who want to censor, even within our group, because of opinions they don't like. And listen, anyone who has been a member of the group, the RLPA group chat on Instagram that I believe Anastasia started, if any of you have been part of that chat, you know we've had a good old time. We talk about everything. We talk about abortion sometimes, but we also talk about some really other cool, important topics and some fun topics as well, and I think it's important that we have that group chat. But there is one board member among us who wants to shut it down. And I'm going to call out this kind of behavior. Kane, I have some things I would like to say to you, but being a good Christian woman, I can't say them. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind not only the board members of the Rainbow Pro-Life Alliance, but also the entire world about the dangers of censorship. There are people being arrested and going to jail in the U.S. right now for protesting against the war between Israel and Gaza, or Israel and Palestine, whatever. I don't know the terminology. Anastasia's the expert on this conflict, not me. But the thing is, censorship is dangerous. And I have been censored in so many ways. My opinion either discounted and mocked, or not even allowed to be posted on social media, whether it's because I'm pro-life, or gay, or transgender, or maybe because I don't like sports. Man, people have gotten mad at me because I don't like football. It's crazy. People are mean, and when you say something they disagree with, they want to shut you down. And it's so sad to see this within our group. It really is. But I support freedom of speech. Listen, the issue with me is not about supporting Israel or Palestine. I'm anti-war, as I stated in my post. I'm against war of any kind. I know war is still going to happen, but more importantly, we need to have the freedom to express our disagreement with a war. We need to have the ability to talk about and discuss all issues. And some of our board members are complaining that things are off topic. We should only be talking about abortion and, LGBT issues. And, okay, let me be quite frank with you about this. Actually, my name's not Frank, I'm Chastity. But, first of all, there's only so much to be said about abortion. Abortion is wrong. It's killing of people before they're even born. We can have debates and discussions and entire podcasts. I'm willing to host the podcast. Seriously, we need to have public discussion about these issues. And see, we have board meetings, but it's all just private. It's all just a private thing. It's only between the board members or the all members who happen to be on our email list that happen to attend. And the wide world doesn't even know what we talk about. And maybe that's for the best, because there seems to be some conflict, okay? This is just weird, but there's a lot to talk about, but there's only so much to be said about abortion. Like I said, there's only so much you can say about it. And you know what? As a transgender person, I'm getting tired of hearing about transgender people. And what I mean by that is that it should not be an issue. Like, being gay or being transgender should be as normal as being cis or straight, Like, it should just be a normal thing. It should not be something where we have to have news article. Oh, well, this trans person did this, and this is awful. See, men are a danger to society. They're impersonating women, and the homosexuals are going to rape children, Like, all this stuff, all this propaganda by those who hate gay and trans people, they are the problem. We are not the problem, okay? And there's only so much that can be said about abortion as well as LGBT rights. The fact of the matter is, if we just had some basic respect for our other fellow life forms, human and non-human animals, we wouldn't be in this jam, okay? And I don't have time to deal with this drama. I really don't. But I'm forced to speak on this because Anastasia, made the Instagram chat, and a lot of people are in there talking about so many wonderful things. Guys, I enjoyed having the whole dating preferences discussion and sharing all the funny memes with you guys. And, there's so much good stuff there. It's good to have community. It's good to have people you relate to talk to. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, with me, I don't necessarily want to always talk about abortion. In fact, I'm sick of the topic. I've been talking about it, reading about it, thinking about it since my early 20s. And I could easily tell you the whole story about that, but I'm sick of the topic of abortion. I'll always be pro-life, but I'm just sick of the way pro-lifers act. There's a lot of pro-lifers that are just completely full of horse shit. I'm serious. There are pro-lifers that hate the gays and the trans, and they use their pro-life platform to just mock the LGBT people. And this is why I had to unfollow Abby Johnson. I'm gonna have to unfollow, I think I may have already unfollowed Lila Rose, because I can't deal with the people commenting. They're just mean. Like I've mentioned in previous lives. Like, a person being against abortion doesn't mean they should have to be in a community where people hate them. And the point of the Rainbow Pro-Life Alliance is to have a group, in my opinion, my purpose of why I wanted to be part of the Rainbow Pro-Life Alliance is the idea to have other people who, like me, are pro-life, and we have some common ground. There is a dog barking. But we don't have to worry about, oh, well, this person is not welcome because they're gay. Like, most of us are gay. I'm pretty sure we're all gay or close to it, that's why we're the Rainbow Pro-Life Alliance, We're so gay. I mean, seriously. But, like, really, we don't have to worry about it. That's what I want. So, of course, I wanted a group of LGBT pro-lifers. That's great. But then this nonsense of wanting to censor, I'll never stand for that. And I really like what Anastasia has done, because Anastasia has, made the chat, and it, of course, is the most active member in the RLPA chat, because, hey, they created it, They're kind of like the moderator, just because they created it, they're active, and for Kane to complain that we need to stay on topic because we're not a Palestine or leftist chat, well, that's because Anastasia is involved, and their opinions will be part of it, as are mine and everyone else's. So that's the thing, is you can participate in the discussion if you like and have your opinions represented. But if you just want to shut down the chat because there are opinions in there that you disagree with, then you've got the wrong motivation. You know what? And what I think personally is it's stuff like this kind of attitudes that's really holding our group back and really holding the pro-life movement back in general. Because even if people agree that abortion is wrong, they disagree on very other important issues. So, for example, I'm not saying we all have to agree on everything, obviously, and there's people who are, for example, against abortion for religious reasons, and some it's for secular reasons, just because it's actually wrong, not because of what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we all have differences, and diversity and inclusion is great. And I'm saying, let's have that diversity and inclusion, and let's keep our freedom of speech. Don't you dare shut down that chat. Seriously. And here's the thing to understand. I know there's probably going to be at least one person who's not going to like what I said in this live stream. And if the board decides to vote me off of being a board member, well, okay, because it's not like it's a paid position. I'm not being paid. I enjoy participating in board meetings with you guys. I love discussing things, but I don't like the direction that some of our board members are taking. And I just think that if anybody should leave, it shouldn't be me and it shouldn't be Anastasia. I could think of two people who would better be removed, in my opinion. So that's my opinion for what it's worth, and I have the right to say my opinion because of freedom of speech. That's supposedly what America's about, is freedom, and freedom of speech, is one of our things. And yet, freedom of speech is an illusion. Because what happens is, if you say something people don't like, so they will censor you, and sometimes they will kill you. And so, just for the record, I stand for freedom of speech, and I stand for Anastasia. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're the only one getting shit done. Now, I've said my statement. That's my personal statement. And Rainbow Pro-Life Alliance as a board needs to make their statement. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.